What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Got something a little different for you today. This is the Devastator rock crawler from Haiboxing, and this was sent to me courtesy of Lightake.com. Definitely different than what I normally do on this channel, but when they asked me if I wanted to check this one out, I figured why not, you know? It is definitely a change of pace for me, and I enjoyed messing around with this one, so let's get into it. This one's a 1/24th scale RC truck. It's a crawler, so it's not going to break any speed records, but what it does do is crawl over all kinds of terrains, whether it be sand, whether it be leaves or mulch or rocks. This one can really do it all. I even climbed up some pillows onto my couch in my house with this one, and very capable and a lot of torque on the wheels of this little crawler here. Definitely not an expert in all the crawling techniques. This one does have 4 different modes. Mode 1 is basically front wheel drive, and then mode 2 is both wheel drive, and you're going to be able to do a lot faster turns in this mode. Mode 3 is going to turn all 4 wheels in the same direction, and mode 4 is going to give you rear wheel drive. So different scenarios will call for different modes of driving this one around. And usually if you switch between the modes, if you get stuck somewhere, you can usually get yourself out of whatever situation you've got yourself stuck in. That's kind of the point of these crawlers. You drive them around a little bit, get yourself into some situations, see if you can get out, see what kind of terrains you can cross, maybe make yourself a little obstacle course and see how well this one does. It is very easy to control, very standard RC controller. You got a trigger that's basically going to do your forward and backward, squeeze it towards you to go forward and push it away to go backward, and then you got your wheel on the side that's going to turn your wheels, and depending on which mode you're in is going to depend on how many wheels turn and which way they turn. I found this one to be a lot of fun. It definitely doesn't break any speed records like I said, but what it does do is travel over all kinds of debris and rocks and sand and basically whatever situation you want to get this one into, and see if you can get yourself out, see if you can get yourself over the terrain. And that's really the fun of this one. You wouldn't necessarily think it would be as enjoyable as it is to just kind of slowly drive around and see what you can drive over and see what's going to get you stuck. I do find that things do kind of get stuck on the frame a little bit, but you can usually get yourself out of any sort of situation you find yourself in by switching between the different modes on this one. Battery life on this one is pretty good. You're coming in at over 20 minutes of runtime on this, and most of the time you're not gonna probably sit and run this for 20 minutes straight, so you're gonna get a couple runs out of one charge on this one. And charging time on this is a little bit on the long side, between 1.5 hours and 2 hours. And the charger did have a Euro plug on mine, so you're gonna have to find some sort of adapter if you're in the US. It does have an on-off switch in the back, and I did find it extremely hard to reach without taking the top off. So the top does have like these little pins that hold the top in place, and I ended up taking those out and not putting them back in because I found you had to take the top off every time just to turn this one on and off. So I just left them off, and sometimes that resulted in the top kind of coming off a little bit, but I was willing to live with that because it was kind of a pain taking the pins out just to turn this on and off all the time. Not sure if this one's going to appeal to all my quadcopter fans out there, but a lot of you are RC nuts like myself. So I think you can have a lot of fun with this one, and it is very easy to control, so definitely not a bad way to get into the RC hobby if you're looking to do so. It comes in around 80 bucks, so it is a bit of an investment, so it may deter some of you from it, but overall it's not a bad value, and I've had a lot of fun with this one. So that's all I'm going to have to say about the Devastator rock crawler from Haiboxing, sent to me courtesy of Lightake.com. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in this one, I have it linked in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until the next video, happy crawling, and try not to crash and burn.